Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Frostpunk, the last autumn. I apologize, by the way, in the last video if the sound levels were a little bit off. Every time I do a VR video, I have to change the gains rather substantially, and finding my exact previous settings is a little bit tricky at times. Think in the future I might actually have a way of getting some good presets, so maybe that's not going to be a problem going forward, but for now, it's just kind of like, eh. We may not be able to continue doing the hearty meals. Cocaine pills are off. I mean, we could do this slightly. Right, so we may not want to continue doing the hearty meals. If we go to our food situation, well, it says we actually have enough. We're making enough per day right now. Raw food gain per day, 228. That turns into 228 meals. We consume 194. Actually, we're fine. We can keep doing the hearty meals. Never mind. Let's keep that motivation nice and high. I need that 30% extra efficiency. Can you imagine, right, trying to do this without the extra efficiency from motivation? That'd be borderline impossible. All right, we're still not doing any research because I can't afford to spend any steel right now, so let's go ahead and have those engineers get to work in the medical post and treat some more people. I don't want anyone going sick for very long. How are we looking here in the tower pumps? It is perfectly safe thanks to the factory inspectorate, so we are in good shape. Making solid progress. We are 10 hours ahead of schedule now. That's good. That's reassuring. Keep building those stupid things. We got 45 on the way now. Gosh, I need 5 more after this. I'm trying so hard to get enough lumber. Good news is with the sawmill, that actually gets a little bit easier. What I may have to do... Ooh, this actually could be worthwhile. So what I may want to do is rely exclusively on sawmills just to get my lumber and let the docks bring in the very much needed steel and coal. And if that's the case, then we should actually be upgrading these guys to get more efficiency. Yeah! Okay, wait, that actually could work. And sawmills are relatively cheap to operate. Yeah! Okay, I think I've got a good idea. Let's go ahead and get that up. Okay, that's 50. So we're going to have the 50 that we freaking need. Then we can start working on steel and nothing but steel. Steel and coal. Tons and tons and tons of it. All right, what's going on over here now? Stolen chemicals. Oh, come on. Sir, a large amount of benzol, a flammable solvent, was stolen from the stores. Overseers went to look for it in the workers' quarters. Maybe someone took it to keep warm at night. I sure hope so. The head overseer looks worried, but benzol is commonly used to fashion firebombs. I will sleep easier if we find it. Do we have your permission to search the workers' quarters? Strike risk increases for 2 days. Gonna have to do it anyway because I can't really risk a firebomb. There is the strike risk. This is exactly what I was afraid of. And it's only because of siding with overseers. It has nothing to do with the fact of work safety. You can't treat us all like criminals. I agree. I normally wouldn't, but firebombs are a pretty freaking serious problem, dude. It's pretty serious. 97% of the way there. Almost done. Sawmill upgrade is done. We can go with the steam sawmill, which lets us process a heck of a lot faster. I'm starting to think that actually this is definitely the way to go. And if we get a bunch of charcoal kilns and plenty of lumber coming in from the steam sawmills, we can have up to 3 dockyards importing tons and tons and tons of steel. That could work, dude. All right, so if we go over... I'm kind of wary of putting these guys in a strike position, but we need to start making progress here. So let's go ahead and start making, let's say, 9 of these. And yeah, we'll keep the safety relatively low. Short shifts... It's actually okay to do short shifts right now, but we're not having any work safety issues, so okay. I'm very worried about the strike. There we go. Stage 2. Complete. Heart of the generator. With the foundations in place, it is time to build the fiery heart of the generator called a core. It will have to be enclosed within 2 separate support frames, which will also hold up the external parts of the generator. All right, so can we get started on the next section immediately? The answer is yes. Support frames can go right here. That takes 30 people. Okay, so we'll go ahead and assign you guys here, even though there is a risk. I'm going to set safety procedures on, because I think we're okay in terms of time right now. I'm going to send a bunch of you guys to go gather coal. And I could send more people to work in the foundry, but that's not going to be my issue. My issue is absolutely going to be steel. Can I assign more people here, and will that be better? I mean, really, this is the issue. What I should do is consider building... a steam reloading station at my basic steel port. Costs a lot, but if it lets me build much larger piles, that's fine. What's going on here? Site 120. Great work laying down the generator's foundations. You're making good time. Down here, bad weather and crop failures prompted an exodus to the colonies. Those who stay place their hopes in the government's... place their hopes in the government's newly unveiled evacuation plan. Our company was accused of profiteering by opposition politicians. Pure slander, of course. Unfortunately, we lost contact with Site 120. We are attaching its coordinates and would appreciate it if you could spend a few men to check up on them. We'll do our best. So, okay, another site that we probably can get some resources from, which sounds extremely promising to me. Still working fine on the steel composites, no issue. We are 2 days ahead of schedule because we started working on the support frame, and we are now producing the steel composites that I need. Man alive, though, do I wish that these guys had brought back those steel composites. We could have made, like, immediate progress, dude. Would have been great. All right, we got free time. I'm going to not risk these guys going on strike right now. It should be fine. You guys don't need to risk going on strike either. We're okay, we're okay, we're okay. All right, how are we doing in terms of... Okay, we can pull engineers off of here. We'll relocate the sick. Let's send these guys over to the workshop, where they will continue to make faster progress on technology and make these sawmills just a wee little bit more effective. Can we build the steam reloading station? So what does this do? People working here use efficient gear and methods to quickly gather resources piling up at the docks and transfer them to the stockpiles. We can build another one? Wait. We can build 2 of them. But does that actually do me a lot of good? Because I'm not necessarily bringing in more per day. So which would I prefer? I guess I would prefer to get more efficiency out of the same amount of labor, because right now I don't have enough workers to justify another reloading station. That said, I could order some. I mean, it's been a while since I placed an order. Yeah, let's order 6 more of these people. They're great. Okay. I'm going to go window shopping and bring in a couple more steam cores and a whole load more workers. Okay. Question then. If I were to upgrade you, will it only cost me... It does. It only costs me 1 steam core to upgrade this. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and build one there, because it should get us more efficiency out of the same amount of labor, but at least it doesn't use 2 steam cores to do that. We can always have another steam core to place down another bay if we so desire. Now, again, without extra... shipments coming in, I'm not sure how much good this does. I mean, I can increase the amount of hours people are working at the docks, but I don't assume that that results in extra shipments coming in, so that probably won't matter. Economy-wise, how are we doing? We're still okay on food. I don't know why it keeps blaring red as if I'm in trouble. I'm not in trouble so far. We are okay. We have 6 vacant beds at the moment. That's actually enough for what we have. Sickness is fine. Steel, we are not producing any right now. Okay, that's not helpful. In theory, we are producing... Wait. Right, okay, we're not producing any steel right now because we haven't finished building this thing. Right, once this is done, I can get a better sense of the economy. Book of Laws. Where'd you get the gun? Have you always had a gun? I only just realized this. So, what do we want? Class segregation. Our employees deserve the best accommodations. Provide engineers with special separate living quarters. We get engineers lodging. Engineers living in Engineers Lodge have higher motivations. I assume this is going to result in some serious problems with people, though. Inequity and all that. Strike busting. To ensure that all employees return to work, guards from security outposts will deal harshly with strike instigators. Raise discontent. People will be hurt. We're going to do that right now. Penal colony. To maintain the necessary levels of efficiency, convicts can be used as involuntary workforce. Cheap labor... only when supervised by a company guard. A new social class. Ooh, wow, though. I feel like this is a recipe for disaster. I really do. And that's going to lead to things like roundups and rationalized healthcare and so on. I'll be honest, I'm not particularly eager to do this. It's funny... but at the same time, I feel like this is going to get me a really bad ending. And here's the thing. I never played this scenario. I don't know if once we built the generator, the cold hits, and then we have to play as normal, and maybe the social classes thing is really going to come back to bite me if that happens. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and learn how to do extended shift compensation because on the off chance we need it, we can. But still, good move, boss. It's encouraging to feel appreciated. See, I'm trying to be good. Paid overtime still doesn't make it right, but it's an improvement. I mean, Dude, I worked 20 hours of paid overtime last weekend for my projects at work, okay? It happens. This is just a reality of the world we live in. Shouldn't be that way, but it works that way. Steam Sawmill is done. We could upgrade that if I get a bit more steel together. You're still producing plenty more of the steel composites, so I think we can afford to do that. Did you guys finish with the... Yes, you did. This is now producing 11.6 per hour. I don't remember what it was producing before, but it was definitely less than that. So we're making more than enough coal per day. The ventilation plants are not using up all of it. Wood storage making 500 a day. Production balance of steel. Yeah, it's all about the steel right now, I think. All right. Let's go ahead and upgrade the steam sawmill. Just make this more efficient again using what work I currently have. I guess one plus side of this scenario is I don't have to worry about, like, divvying out children to, like, different working conditions and stuff. That's kind of cool. Let's assign a couple more people working over here. Strike risk is still an issue because we sided with the overseers, but I'm hoping that goes away eventually. I actually have no idea if it does, but I would really hope so. Charcoal kilns could be helpful. We could also start trying to make things safer. For example, Profiles Manufactory. The infirmary is a tempting option. We could also go for the difference engine. What does that unlock? Advanced docks. More shipments? Gathering optimization. There are charcoal kilns. Foragers. Advanced fishing harbor we will need. Safety improvements. Redesigned templates. I don't know what this does. You have to get safety improvement first. And then there's advanced supercharging. I'll bet you this makes the machine shop more efficient, so it uses less steel, which means I can use the supercharge more often. Let's go ahead and start doing some safety improvements, just because I know this is going to become a thing later. We're not working on it right now, but I want to unlock the next thing. And I definitely want to start working toward the difference engine to see if we can get some additional food sources and upgrade the docks so that we can get a lot more resource production. Right? I think that makes sense. Support frame is on strike. Oh, God. Off with the gloves. A group of senior overseers is here to talk about dealing with worker protests. Lives depend on finishing the generator on time, yet the workers keep striking. Why are you putting up with this? We have the guns. Just give us an order and we'll put a swift end. No, I'm going to say discontent will rise, but I'm not risking it right now. So, at the support frame, what happened now? Comfortable quarters. So this is the only option. If you've already passed the short shift, it looks like that's no longer an option, and that's a problem. I don't want to use comfortable quarters, but maybe I can. How far are we into the day? Because if I give them the rest of the day off, how far are we ahead of time? 2 days ahead of schedule. I'm going to try to offer them the rest of the day off. You gave everybody a day off. Did it work? We want change. We want it now. It looks like the strike might be gone, but it's hard to say for sure. Arson plot. I knew it! Sir, the head overseer is here to report the discovery of an arson plot. My people found bottles of benzol hidden in a worker's quarters. We arrested the suspects who confessed to plotting an assault on overseers. However, we don't have a secure place to lock them up. What do you want us to do? Kill them? 5? Build a prison. Penal colony. Oh, no. Ugh. All right, we're going to have to build a prison. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me. I'm very worried that it will. But okay, this is what we get. Gonna give it a go. We have 6 more workers on the way and 2 more steam cores. We got a bit of a logistical limit building up. We have plenty more food coming in, so that's fine. We may want to consider getting some additional resource depots soon, but for now we're all right. I've got 75 steel now, which means we can start working on the difference engine. Let's do it. So safety improvements goes up for the machine shop, and hopefully we have the option to get some more optimized steam exchangers in the future, which I can use for emergency situations. Still 2 days ahead of schedule, despite the fact that everyone had the day off. We definitely want to continue working on this. Nothing we can do at the moment, though. So we have 10 on the way. We need 25. That is expensive, I'm not going to lie. Transport a ride with more people. Wonderful. Anyone homeless? No. So it sounds to me like we need to go to labor and learn how to do penal colonies. Motivation rises as planned, which means now we need to build one, but I need steel to do that. Not a fan of this. Leasing Convicts. With proper infrastructure to house the convicts in place, you can now request them to be shipped in from the homeland and put them to work. Convicts are cheaper to maintain than workers, and for obvious reasons, much less prone to striking. Yes, but are they more likely to violent insurrection? That's what I want to know. Interesting. I think we need to pull... You know, we could swap this away from coal. I could switch this over to steel, since we don't have any to pile right now anyway. And that will result in some extra steel for me. Probably worthwhile. Everyone else is already working pretty much full-time. I feel like we need another worker here. We've been a little slow on the rations lately. And then I'll put a couple more workers here in unloading these docks. Yes? Okay. So, yeah, this reloading station just has nothing right now. I'm very concerned we're not going to have enough coal, but at least this can get me the steel boost that I need to keep the foundry running at all times. I hope. Are you guys still upset that I sided with the overseers? You are. Is this a permanent problem? Because I really hope not. That would be a very bad thing. Very bad, actually. Please tell me that's not the case. I don't want this to be a permanent issue. Oh, God. The thought of that. Oh, by the way, we haven't done any prayers for a while. Let's do that. Motivation goes up. Nice. We haven't really had any issues with diseases, at least not much. I'm not going to operate the bathhouse right now. It just uses up too much of that precious coal, and I do need plenty of that. Though again, this thing's producing a good 13.6 wood per hour. We're making solid progress here. Charcoal kilns, man, they could actually be very helpful. Now they use up frick tons of wood.
Get to your workplaces now.
That's loud and awful. Okay, we need to build a penal colony. There it is. I guess we can fit it right here. Alrighty then, let's do it. I don't feel particularly good about this, but we basically just turned, I don't know, where are we? The Antarctic? Practically Greenland or Iceland? I don't know, but we just turned this into Australia. Difference engine is researched, now we can research tier 4 tech. So what does this do? More efficient steam exchangers, cost reduced by 20%. Advanced supercharge, 20% improvement. That is significant. Safety improvements to the foundry is relevant to us right now. Food. So the advanced fishing harbor would be very good. Boosted forager carts. They move faster. That's not bad. Resources, advanced docks. Ship bring in huge quantities with great speed, and gathering optimization 10% more efficient. All of these things sound good, but I need more steel so I can continue. Ah, we have a strike at the foundry now. Extra rations. But joke's on you, you get worse rations. It didn't work. They reject our offer. Okay. Short shift in the construction site for 2 days. I can do that. So let's do short shifts. Are they already set? Yes, they're already set to short shifts. So that deals with that. Okay. Fine. Let's go ahead and continue producing these. I will turn off the safety procedures, though, because we're already super efficient right now, thanks to the short shifts. And we already have finished. Wow, they are building way faster all of a sudden. Okay, let's just keep clicking the button until we get more. Ah! Not producing steel fast enough. All right. Wanted. Sir, a shocking letter arrived from Manchester Constabulary. It appears one of our engineers is a suspect in several gruesome murders. The police wants to question him and is asking us to send him back on the first outboard ship. He claims he's innocent. Obviously, what should we do? Lose an engineer? Discontent. I mean, we're going to have to lose the engineer. I'm not risking it. And also, we are still a loyal colony of Britain, and we obey the constabulary, dang it. All right, we've actually got enough lumber coming in. What we could do is actually say, screw this, let's switch over to steel. All hands on deck for steel. And I think we will. So we are producing how much steel per day right now? 263. Yeah, dude. Okay. Yes. This is good. We're full on wood right now. Okay. Can we research the charcoal kiln? Nope, because I don't have 20 steel. All right. There's a lot of things that we need right now. Advanced gathering optimization sounds great. Let's do that. That results in just more steel that I can use for a lot more research. And the whistles are scaring me. We are still building the penal colony. Done. Motivation rises. I'm hoping these people aren't mad at me. How are we doing in terms of productivity? We're still 2 days ahead of schedule. That's not bad. We have 5 convicts that we can set to work. I will send them to work in the brothel. No, send one to the coal pile, and the rest here to the sawmill. Send a worker here, 3 there. Okay. Still working to make as much progress as possible. I can deal with short shifts on occasion. Honestly, short shifts are not even that bad. If that's all it takes to keep the strikes under control from here on out, I'm fine with that. That is not a big deal. It really isn't. We need to get ourselves another resource depot. Because right now, we're sitting on too much wood. And we'll just go ahead and build the road out here like this. And this. I don't know why I did this way. It doesn't matter. Fine. Go ahead and build those things. Let's get some more wood storage. Let's make sure we have plenty of raw food storage, believe it or not. I want to make sure that that's never going to go bad anytime soon. Keep that going. We have more people, I assume, on the way. Hey, look. Workers' camp. That's new. That must lead to Site 120. Okay. I wonder whatever happened, by the way. What happened here? Close at this time of day. Convicts too far. Oh, from security outpost. I forgot about that. Okay. Forget this. There's no security outpost over here, so this doesn't matter. So what we actually can do then, we have a security outpost right here. Let's send them just to gather up steel. How's that? I wonder how that engineer, that girl engineer we met earlier, is doing. She's probably doing fine, right? You know, I actually heard that Frostpunk started doing a little bit of cosplay, which I think is pretty cool. You know what? Steampunk, Frostpunk, like, cosplay, I would totally get behind that. Like, no doubt about it. I would totally get behind that. More steam cores? Sure. Another engineer to make up for the one we lost, and then some more workers. I'm not going to be ordering a lot of convicts just because I don't know how much to trust that. I feel like that's dangerous. I'd love to have the opportunity to let them reform. Okay, what just happened here? It's getting cold? What? First snow. Oh, God, no. On this morning, the camp wakes up to the sight of dancing white flakes. The first snow came much sooner than anyone expected, and although it melts soon, the mood remains depressed. People shuffle through the mist, the falling snow muffling their voices and turning them pale like ghosts. Someone curses under their breath. This is the last thing we needed. Working in such cold is gonna be a drag. Don't be a Shikamaru, please. This nasty surprise heralds an unnaturally early winter, but nobody feels like talking about that. Motivation falls further every morning. Well, we can't do a lot more evening prayers. I'm gonna have to find more ways of getting motivation up. 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That is technically freezing temperature for those of you who don't use Fahrenheit, which is basically the entire world besides the U.S. Guys like, God, I hate snow. Yeah, I understand that. All right, what do we go for next? The advanced fishing? I think we're all right at the moment. I think I'll go ahead and do the safety improvements in the foundry just to keep the strike risk nice and low. For now, we're okay, but let's just keep doing little things like that here and there. We do need to be getting more of these. We're out of steel. We are producing 3 more. That will get me up to 20. How do we get 1 more here? What do we do? I don't know. Okay, so I need to be able to produce 5 more. So if I can get 100 more steel, we'll be good to go. So that's 3, 4, 5. That should be everything we need. Okay, do we have people working here? Oh, we finished. Okay, we finished the next section. Now we can go back to the generator. The next support frame needs to be built. And we're going to assign 30 more laborers to go there. We can actually assign the convicts, and the convicts are less likely to strike on the crucial areas that we need them. That sounds sort of tempting. But again, it's Frostpunk. I feel like it's a trap. Zero tolerance. Sir, the head overseer is here to discuss with you the expansion of the penal industry cooperation. Look, workers love nothing more than to stir trouble. That, again, the classism here is just serious. We could arrest the most rebellious ones for slacking off, or minor theft, or whatever. It's the whatever part that bothers me. And move them to penal colonies. They will work more and eat less, and think I will motivate the rest to behave. I am not ready to cross this line. Motivation falls. Why? That should be good. I'm not going to do roundups. No. I'm not doing any of that stuff unless it's an absolute emergency, okay? I am trying really hard not to be the bad guy here, but you're all really trying hard to make me the bad guy here. Let's go ahead and learn how to do that fishing harbor on the off chance we eventually run out of food. All right, so this is all done, right? So we have everything we need. So what's the next step? 50 steam exchangers and 20 more steel composites. Okay, so we can go ahead and continue working on these for a bit. Might as well. Let's go ahead and stack up 5 more. Keep them busy for a bit. I'll go ahead and do safety procedures, honestly, though, because, like, even though they're 25% less efficient, we're not producing resources fast enough that I think that's really a big deal. I'm very concerned about the lack of coal. Actually, that's a huge problem. We're using a lot of it up all of a sudden. How much coal are we producing? 188. Oh, God. Okay, right. Right, we need to switch this back over to coal. Keep that going, thank you very much. Yeah, okay. So now is absolutely the time to be researching charcoal kilns. The beginning of the end. Change of plans. Sir, a telegram from London. We're going to be cut off. What? No. The frost is coming sooner than expected. Royal Meteorological Society warns that the sea will freeze in 12 days, stopping all navigation and fishing. We will cease all shipments in 10 days. Start stockpiling materials and food. The evacuation by an icebreaker is planned in 18 days. It is imperative that you complete the generator by then. Good luck. I've got 10 days, and I'm going to be completely cut off from steel. What? Oh, this is such a problem. Oh, God. By the way, they have absolutely changed the icon here. Look at this. Oh, God. Oh, what's this? Can I declare myself king? Class segregation, things that raise motivation. I have to build a bunch of these, though, and they're expensive. Strike busting. What's rationalized healthcare? Keep convicts out of medical facilities. The bodies will be disposed of. In the foundations of the generator. No. No, no, no. What does roundups do? Turn 15 workers into convicts. No! Dispensary. Cure the gravely ill to ill with your potent chemical medicines. We have to build one. Treatments can have side effects. It's a little expensive, but it's a thing to do, technically. What about administration? Extra rations for the ill can be helpful. We'll go ahead and research that on the off chance it's useful. Let's switch back to the hearty meal so we can keep that motivation a little bit high. I mean, so far we're keeping our efficiency bonus, and that is huge. Yeah, guys, we are in huge trouble. The ice is going to cut us off from our docks. That means no more steel and no more coal. Preparing for the cold. Sir, the coming cold threw everyone off guard. If the forecasts are true, it will make finishing construction that much more difficult. Crew working on technology started thinking about ways we could be at least somewhat mitigating the coming cold. If you want some ideas, we could... Okay, new technology. Hey, new tech. Heat. Okay, braziers uses coal. Oh, God. Heaters, coal. Healthcare. That's good. Problems, though. Like, for real, if I don't find ways of getting a lot more coal, we're dead. So I need the charcoal kiln. Need the sawmills, need the kilns. Absolutely imperative. Also imperative that I get more workers, and quickly. It might even be worth getting convicts expressly because they'll be cheaper and I can just get more hands, because it sounds like it's going to be the last I'm going to get anytime soon. Right, we can assign another worker over here. I'm tense. Dude, this is getting brutal. This is turning into one of the hardest scenarios in the game. All right, transport arrived. That's great. More steam cores. 12 more regular workers. Or 14 workers using convicts. I'm going to do 10 and 4. Because I think that I can handle that at the moment. We have another engineer. Where did we get the other engineer? I don't know where he came from. We'll put you here, I guess, since you can't really do anything else, and 3 more workers. What to do with you? Let's get some more people unloading steel here. And I guess just keep that going. Oh, God. How are we looking? 2 days ahead of schedule. I have to hope and pray that the game is designed so that the ice-breaking event happens around the time that you'll be finishing the generator. So 2 days ahead of schedule, I'm hoping means we're going to be okay. But we got to go fast on assembling the generator. That's the thing, though. We're actually getting close to the final stages. Assembling the generator. Once we assemble it, we do have a heat source, right? So, I mean, that's good. We're using up almost all of our remaining coal, by the way. Okay. Advanced Fishing Harbor is done. Great. We have coal coming in at 69.3 per hour. Let's take a look at the economy. Coal. It still says consumption's bad, but part of that's because we don't actually have a pile to gather from at the moment, but they're on the way. I just want to check this before the end of the video. So now we have coal, 27 per hour. We are making... Okay, that is enough to keep us solvent. So I just need to keep this going for now. But in the meantime, we do want to research the charcoal kiln just so we have emergency options in the event that we are in a lot of trouble. The lake of fish has been depleted, okay? Which means you guys are ready to go to the workers' camp and find out what happened at Site 102 before the ice prevents any more exploration. We didn't end this video here, but I am fascinated by this scenario. This is super duper fun, and it's getting really freaking tricky. Really tricky, and I guarantee you it's going to be getting colder before anything else happens. Oh man, this is going to be fun. Alright, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask that you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.